Hello and Sawadee Kap, Pinon Kap, and welcome to another edition of News Today here on Phuket News TV. And don't forget, we bring you news across the island, but also tell you about the upcoming events. This Saturday, for instance, is Earth Hour 2013, and Zana Beach Club with Attica have decided to put on a beautiful evening of music, food and wonder with their Dinner in the Dark experience, with DJ Marco Loco spinning the tunes and the beautiful setting of Zana Beach Club in the dark. Now here's Kirsty Mayer with the latest news.
This is News Today.
Sawadee Ka. 18 men, 6 women and a child were spotted by patrol police yesterday walking along the road in front of Wat Dai. They told police that they were originally refugees made homeless in the Sri Lanka Civil War and had been helped by the UNHCR to relocate to Malaysia back in 2006. Carrying only UNHCR ID cards, they were having trouble getting work in Malaysia. An agent offered to bring them into Thailand, where they were told they could get jobs in Phuket. The agent charged each of them between 3,000 and 5,000 baht to smuggle them across the border, where they caught a bus to Phuket. All 25 have been imprisoned at Geelong awaiting a court appearance. They'll most likely be deported back to Malaysia. The tourist police officer who was shot in yesterday morning's Phuket town shooting has been charged with 2 counts of murder and 1 of attempted murder after 2 people were shot dead and another seriously injured. Called to the scene at a boarding house in Samkong, Phuket town, police found the 3 shooting victims, 2 deceased. The investigators checked the area and found 2 9mm bullets and 2 spent cartridges on the floor of the room, along with a large amount of kratom leaves and drug paraphernalia. There was also a pool of blood outside the door. Achana Kanchunakub, co-owner of the Chantilly restaurant The Slug and Lettuce, died in a car crash yesterday morning. Mrs. Achara, 45, was the only victim in a crash which happened around 3:30 a.m. Mrs. Achara was driving her car on Chao Far East heading south to Geelong when she crashed into the back of a parked 18-wheel truck. She was killed instantly. April 14th heralds the start of the Thai New Year. It's also the deadline for foreigners working illegally on the island. From that date, teams from the island's 3 districts will be tracking down illegal workers without a work permit. Speaking about the crackdown at a media conference, the chief of the Katu district made it clear, saying, "I want to tell every foreigner in Katu who's working without a permit, from the April 14th, they'll be checking very seriously, and they'll be focused on Russians, Nepalese and Vietnamese." Other districts will be announcing their plans for the crackdown today. Phuket's infamous jet ski operators have been given another warning to clean up their act following some high-level complaints made through the Chinese and French consulates. The warning has come directly from the island's vice-governor. A meeting with all the island's jet ski operators has been set up to try and resolve long-standing problems with jet ski hire to unsuspecting tourists. In one case, a demand for 90,000 baht damages was settled for 45,000 baht. An insurance scheme covering potential damage costs has been suggested as the best way to provide an ongoing solution. Jet ski scams in Thailand have been in sharp focus since a famous YouTube clip shot in Pattaya received more than 600,000 views a few years ago. Anyone encountering problems with the hiring of jet skis are urged to contact the nearest tourist police on 1155. And it's going to be a perfect day to rent a jet ski. Good luck, with tops of 34, and it's more of the same right throughout the forecast period, but with some isolated storms expected on Saturday and cloudier conditions on the weekend. And you'll be better off with a jet ski than a surfboard along the west coast. Not much swell to speak of, and the light northeast persisting. The next high tide will be at 5:27 this afternoon, and the next low tide after midnight. Tonight's sunset will be at 6:38, so be somewhere nice. We'll have another News Today tomorrow. To catch up on all the latest news, you can go to thephuketnews.com. Thanks for joining us.
So that's your news for today. And don't forget, for more up-to-date stories, also check out thephuketnews.com. And also a reminder for this Saturday's event, the Big Night Out, go to the events listings at thephucketnews.com. See you next time. Chok di nakap.